Hi there, John here from RSVP Keeper. You probably need to host an event and need to take RSVPs for it. That's probably why you're here. That's great because that's what we do. And I'd love to show you how to use RSVP Keeper to help with that. We're just going to go ahead and get logged in. So great. And we're going to create an event. Real simple. I already have a test event there. You can ignore that. What we're going to do is we're going to have this modeled after Phyllis and Bob Vance from Vance Refrigeration, their wedding. Just a real simple demo event here. We're going to want to choose an event start date. We're going to allow guests to search for themselves. That's important because what you can do is at that point you have a custom URL for your event. This is good for different reasons. You may want to let people search for themselves. If you just want to sort of publicize this link, this URL, as opposed to like each party having their own URL, which they'll still have, but it's a little bit more open. We're going to set a time zone, a password, because we do have it sort of a little bit more open. You do want to protect that a little bit. Put a little location and any optional info you may want to add. And when you're done, just hit create. This is our summary screen. This is where we're going to see all the information you need to know about your RSVP event. Really great. What we're going to do right away is we're going to want to add parties to this event. What we're going to do is we're going to have two families, Jim's family and Michael's. Just show a few of the differences, because a lot of times the thing is when you have an event, you have things like additional events and only certain people are invited to certain additional events, and the parties are a little different, and of course their stats and stuff like that as far as whether they've RSVP'd or not. So we're just going to add Jim's family, and we're going to add just an email here. Jim is going to have an email added to his account. You don't have to add an email. For Michael's, we're actually not going to add one. That's okay. The thing with RSVP Keeper is there's a cool feature where you can see there at the bottom, it says unique party URL. That's going to be something that you can directly give the party this URL to have them RSVP, so it's great. And as you can see, here's a few options for the party that you created as well. You can sort of manipulate it really nicely. What we're going to do now is we're going to add Michael, and with Michael, like Pam said, I think it was 6 kids. He has 6 cell phones for each kid, one for each kid or something like that. So this is a situation where we don't know every kid's name, and that's fine. What we're going to do is we're just going to add a bunch of rows and just sort of put guests there. And what's really cool about this is the party can actually, when they come to fill out their RSVP later, they can actually enter, they can fix this and put the real names there if they like. But right now we're going to sort of reserve their spots for them, of course, so they can let people, they can decide whether they're going to come or not. So here we go. We have our 2 parties here. We can see, of course, that none of them have accepted yet. We're going to go through some of these options here. We're going to quickly set up a little seating chart just to show you how that works. It's real simple. We're just going to go through. We created a table, and we are going to add guests to this table. Once this is done, we're going to create another table and add Jim's family to it. It's really simple, and what we're going to do here after, and what's great about it, is that we can actually just download a PDF of the actual chart. And that makes it really easy. You could just go ahead and print this out after, bring it to your event, and you literally have everybody's seating all figured out. And it uses the great thing is that it uses the same guest list that you've already sort of set up. So you can have a sort of a massive guest list here, and you are basically using the same one to set up the seating chart. So here's an additional event, and this is important because you may have maybe a rehearsal dinner, a shower, and you want to add some people to the additional event. Now the thing is you don't want to add everybody to the event. In this case, let's say we don't want to add Michael's family to the rehearsal, but we do want to add them to the main event. So this lets you keep it separate. And what's good about that is that, no one gets offended. You don't have to sort of, worry about this or that. People just get invited as they should. Here, in another cool feature is adding a question, because of course you may want to have these guests answer questions, and it could not just be, it doesn't have to be food options. It could be, choose a song to be played. Something like that, So here we go. We added some options. We're going to add which events should get this question. Real simple. So this is the upgrade screen. If you need more than 50 guests for free, then it's $20 for 250 guests and $30 for 500 guests. That's where you would upgrade your event. What we're going to do now is take a quick peek at the emails, and the emails are great. You can, this is what the email looks like, and you can edit some of the data that you like to put there. That's how you send an email, and it'll send in batches to your guests, What we're going to do now is, because we're not going to actually check the email box for Jim, we're just going to copy that link that was on his party. And we're going to see here that now he has this great, this is actually what your guests see when they come to fill out their RSVP form. And all they have to do is just click that complete RSVP button. And for this first event, everyone's going to be coming to it, and we're also excited. But for the next event, it's going to be just Pam, and I'll show you that in a sec. Right now, what we're going to do is answer those questions that we had set up earlier, real simple. And we're going to continue on down. And here's where only Pam's going to be coming to the rehearsal dinner. So Jim and Cece are going to decline, and Pam is going to accept, and you can see it's reflected there. And of course, this is all separate from the main event. And same thing here, even though Pam had answered the other question, she needs to answer this one now because it's a different event, So just she's going to answer it. If we go back to our dashboard, we're going to see here that after a refresh, we can see all the info was updated from Jim's party. We can see that all of them have accepted. And if we go to the additional event, we can actually see that the one accepted is Pam and the other two declined are Jim and Cece. And you can see that it's all sort of separate from the main event and nicely updated there. And then here is the actual question result information too, which is great. You get the great little summary of the answers there, which you can take right to your caterer. So that's just a quick, honestly, a real quick overview of RSVP Keeper. We hope you love it. And if there's any other questions, just let us know. Happy eventing.